Okay, so this one is the copper 2 sulfate with 5 water, okay? So it's what you're supposed to crystallize out, yeah? Okay, I know it's a bit warm. I'll turn on the fan just a little bit because I need to heat. So it's supposed to be crystalline, the crystal that the 9XP did last time. You might have done it last year as well. Have you done it last year? Don't know, okay. What color is this? When it's hydrated, it's blue, yeah? So in the lab, we use this to test for water actually. But this is already hydrated. It's got water crystallization. Can someone grab me a test tube holder? There should be a label test tube holder there. No, test tube holder. It's on the cabinet, yeah. Oh yeah, there's already one there. Okay, come. Okay, so take note of the original color, yeah. Test tube holder. Yeah, just grab it. It's fine. So it's a blue solid. And then what happened when I removed the bottle? Can I have that now? I need to start heating it. Okay, it's a blue solid. You can pass the bottle around. Okay, so what happened when you heat the blue solid? Okay, so the first thing that's going to happen is, notice what happened. Yeah, okay, it's got water crystallization. So it's a dry solid just now, right? Can come closer around here. The first thing you notice is there is this thing on top, right? What do you see? Do you see water vapor? Can you see water vapor? So what do you see? Can you see water? Are there no other colorless substance in the world? So what are you seeing? What do you see here? You see something, right? So what do you see? What you see is what you call colorless liquid. Colorless liquid, okay? What happened to the solid? The solid has turned white because that is your anhydrous, yeah? Come people who are late, okay? So I started with the blue solid and it turned white, right? So the white color is basically the water crystallization has come off. When you remove the water crystallization, you're gonna get anhydrous. So that is actually, you see some sort of steam well, you saw fumes coming off. You don't know whether it's steam or not. You see fumes, okay? That one you can see. Usually when this kind of experiment is to find the value of X, how many water crystallization it is. Very commonly asked in mole calculation, yeah? Then you compare the mole of the solid remaining behind, and the difference in mass will tell you how much water has been given off. And then compare mole of water, mole of the solid. So you need to let it cool, and then weigh it, and then heat again, let it cool, and then re-weigh it. The mass should be constant when no more water has been given off. It started out as a blue solid. This is hydrated. Pass it around. Hydrated blue solid will become anhydrous. Anhydrous is the white color solid, okay? So it looks a bit dirty, but it's white color there. Happy? Comfortable? Okay. I'm gonna pass it around, but don't hold the tip, yeah? It's hot, okay? You can pass it around. It's hot. Don't hold it with your hand, okay? Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna do is another test. Careful, it's hot, huh? It's white solid. Or maybe someone can grab another test tube holder and hold it, okay? This thing, where's the bottle? Where's the bottle just now? Oh. Cobalt 2 chloride. It's also crystalline, okay? It's also crystalline. Notice how it's also crystalline? Okay, you can pass it around. Just pass it around very quickly. I need to start heating it, okay? Come on. So it's quite hard to get it out, but you can see from the outside, it's definitely a pink solid, yeah? This thing, when it's hydrated, is pink. Okay, when it's hydrated, it's pink, okay? This thing, when it's hydrated, it was blue. Alright, so you can see from the side, it's crystalline because water crystallization, right? Okay, so I'm gonna heat it now. Again, same thing, when you have water crystallization, the first thing you see will be, you will see colorless liquid form on the upper part of the tube. Colorless liquid, right? Colorless liquid because water crystallization come off. What else do you see? What else do you see? Where's the solid just now? This started out as hydrated. What color was it? Purple. Pink, you call it pink, yeah? Okay, pink. And then you can still see a remnant of pink, right? So it's got a bit of water there because the water hasn't been given off. So that's why you see pink solution, right? When it's hydrated, it's pink, yeah? But when it's anhydrous, I remove all the water crystallization. Can you see a different color? Transition metal form colored compound. So when they form colored compound, this thing here, the blue solid, is actually without the water crystallization. But what is so special is that this is cobalt-2 chloride. Cobalt-2, Roman numeral. The formula will be CO2 plus, Cl minus. So what's the final formula there? CO2 plus and Cl minus. A plus 2 and a minus 1, right? So COCl2 will be correct. So this is COCl2, the blue solid, without water crystallization. When it's got water crystallization, it was pink solid. The cobalt one is like that. The copper is the weird one. Actually, it's not the weird one. These two are in the syllabus, okay? Okay, so this one was what we heated just now. That was the blue copper 2 sulfate, and it has now become white solid, right? So can someone grab me some distilled water, please? So when the thing is hot, we're not supposed to put it under water or not, because it's supposed to crack, right? So I've let it cool enough. I think I can add some water to it. So usually when it's anhydrous copper 2 sulfate, it will be white solid, and then it's a test for water. So when you add water to it, or if water is present, you add this to it, then it should go back to pink. Do you notice? It went from the white solid to becoming the blue solution. So if I don't add a lot of water, then you can see blue solid, because it went from anhydrous and then it absorbed back the water of crystallization. And what do you see now? It went from blue solid, I heated to remove the water, and now I get, what do I get? I get white solid. And then from the anhydrous without water crystallization, I added some water. So if I let this evaporate off most of the water, it will go back to being the hydrated copper 2 sulfate. Okay? Now, I think this one was originally it was pink solid, because the crystalline solid cobalt-2 chloride was pink. Okay, this is, okay, call it now, I think. You can clearly see there are different color, right? There's like slightly pink there, because the water hasn't been totally removed, you see. So at the bottom there was very hot to cold, so they're gonna condense. That's why the water vapor condenses there. So in the presence of water, what will happen to the anhydrous cobalt-2 chloride? Observe what happened. Yeah, this is the blue solid when it's anhydrous. That's why the copper-2 sulfate and cobalt-2 chloride are two different things. Yeah? So that was blue solid, still blue, right? But notice slightly change in color already. That was in between the blue and the pink, I guess. But when I add more water, what do you notice? Kind of pink now, right? Okay, because it's gone back to being this one again. So I cannot take it out somehow. I don't know how they put it in the first place. But anyway, so there's the pink solution. Not all of it is soluble now. But the key point is these are reversible changes, and that is actually the next topic after environmental. So there'll be a lot more cooler color change when we reach the equilibrium topic. But these are the chemical tests for water. These are distilled water. Why didn't I use the tap water just now?
Tap water contains